Scar, help me. Long live the king.
Shalom, 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 shalom. Brother Gadal Gabor Yahweh there, just some more precepts. First, I'm going to start off by giving all praise, honor, and glory due to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Ha, Rach, Kodash. All praise to Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. In the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, in the name of the Holy Spirit. Double honors to the elder apostle, elder bishops of great millstones through well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom, shalom. So, it's going to be a real quick vision or dream that I had about a couple years back that just came back to me out the power spirit of Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah. And I'm going to bring out some precepts right along with this. But hey, this is a dream to beware of family members in the last days. Right? Beware of family members in the last days, man. Right? Because your family could send you up to be persecuted. Just because you are following after the Lord and after your heritage, claim to be the child of the Lord or the children of the Lord, right? You have the children of the world who don't want you to acknowledge that, right? And some of these children of the world are your family members, man, your parents, right? Your friends, right? So just beware. And in the dream, I'm gonna get straight into it. In this dream, with a vision that the Lord gave me, Jacob's trouble had kicked off. You know, it was some serious times, and let me just go into that first. Bad times. Right, it was some serious times that was going on. You know, it's like let me get evil times. All right. That's not what I'm looking for either. Let's go to perilous times, Salakia. Right, because in the end days, perilous times shall come, man. Right, and some some people will be lovers of themselves, or most people, a lot of people will be lovers of themselves, proud, blasphemers, right? So let's get there in 2 Timothy 3 and start at verse 1. Difficult times will come, right? This know also that in the last days perilous times shall come. For men shall be lovers of their own selves, covetous, boasters, proud, blasphemers, disobedient to parents, unthankful, unholy, right? Without natural affection, truce breakers, false accuser, incontinent, fierce, despisers of those that are good, traitors, heady, high-minded, lovers of pleasures more than lovers of Yahweh, right? So you have this is coming onto the world, man, right? In the last days, man. And guess what? Your friends are part of that. Your family members, parents, grandmama, granddaddy, right? If they children of the world, they are children of darkness, right? It says in the book of Romans, it says, be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind, right? So we're supposed to be getting transformed, right? By the renewing of our mind through Yahweh Shah, through the blood of Yahweh Shah, right? You know, so then the dream, right? Jacob's trouble had just kicked off, you know, and it was like a trending thing, man. It was a trending thing. It was like family members is giving up other family members because they didn't want to either be sent to a concentration camp or take the MOTB, right? A lot of family members are turning on their family members. A lot of friends were turning on their friends. A lot of people of the world were showing their true colors. That weren't people of the light or children of the light, for better words, right? So just you elect brothers and sisters out there to be diligent and to watch and pray, man. Because in this vision, as I keep saying, Jacob Trouble and the MOTB and all that was just getting started, man. And it was rough. Even the first start of it was rough, man. Like people were dying, all type of crazy stuff was going on. You had plagues, pestilence running amok. Hospitals were shut down. Um, um, People were dying out on the street. People were stealing medicine. People were doing all type of crazy stuff, man. Women was getting raped. Men were getting raped. All type of crazy stuff was going on, man. And like, okay, as we, me and my so-called family was supposed to be in our own little house or whatever. We could have been in an abandoned house. I don't know. But we set up, it seemed like in our own, in the vision. And the windows were boarded up. We only had little cracks and bits and pieces where we can see outwardly from the inside of our house. We had dead boats upon dead boats upon dead boats. Everything was to the T, for better words, to the T, military rise, right? Covered and stuff, man. We had everything barricaded and stuff, right? Hey, but soon as Jacob Trouble kicked off, well, during this Jacob Trouble and this martial law and stuff, hey, the military was going out door to door and stuff, man. Either giving people their MOTB or forcing them to get it, or forcing them to go to concentration camps, or putting them to death type stuff, man. Right? So, in this vision, as I just said, we had everything boarded up. And this vision was about 2 years ago. We had everything boarded up. And, okay, the military came to our house, me and my family house. And in the vision, the first thing they said was they couldn't get in. That it was an abandoned place that just been left behind, and they couldn't get in because we had everything dead. But the first thing they yelled was, "If anybody in there," and because also not to include that they was looking for the Hebrew Israelites during this time as well. Just wanted to throw that out there. So they said, if anybody's in here and you are a Hebrew Israelite, you need to come out with your hands up, or we will kill everybody inside the house, right? So instead of us being wise as serpents, harmless as doves, in a vision, I'm talking to the family like, y'all be quiet, let's make it seem like everything is okay, don't answer the door, don't do this, don't do that, all through the spirit of how I was in the vision. And like, I'm not gonna say no names of the family member, but the family member was so frantic and so scared that the first thing they did was unlock the deadbolts and all that and ran out, thinking that, according to Isaiah 30, woe to them to go down to Egypt for help. They was thinking that Egypt was about to help them, thinking that this military was going to help them, right? Even though that they were Hebrew Israelites themselves, but they didn't consider themselves to be, right? They considered themselves to be the child of the world, for better words. Okay, and that family member ran out, and the first thing they said, stop right there. Anybody else in the house? And the family member was like, yes. And they was like, are they Hebrew Israelites, for better words? And they actually said, they started bringing up specific names. So also, brothers, be diligent on this, because they have our names as well, for better words. Because in this vision, they said my name, and they said some more brothers' names, which I'm not going to say. I'm just going to put myself in that example. But they also said other brothers' names from the states around, like Minnesota. And I had this vision in Minnesota when I was living in Minneapolis. So around Minnesota, the state below it, Chicago, around Wisconsin, around them little areas, these areas in the Midwest, they was just saying Hebrew Israelites' names, just saying the names, and I heard them say my name. And they was like, do you know this person? Do you know this Hebrew Israelite? Is he around you? The family member didn't know my Hebrew name. But the family member did know I was an Israelite. I believed to be an Israelite through bloodline and through heritage, right? They know that about me because they're my family, and a lot of family members know that we're Hebrew Israelites. So remember that. A lot of your family members might not know exactly what you're doing, but they know what you're believing, right? So, the family member was like, yeah, we got Hebrew Israelites, it wasn't just one or two of us, it was a few of us, right? And they were like, yeah, we got Hebrew Israelites in there, and they said my name, they said specifically my name, Gadal Gabar Yahawada, right? But they didn't know my Hebrew name. So they was like, no, I ain't never heard of that name. But they was like, is it Hebrew Israelites in the house? And the family member was like, yes. And before they said yes, they were saying, ma'am, if you lie to us, we're going to put you to death and everybody in the house. So the family was like, no, no, don't put me to death. We just need y'all help. Hey, we in here. We got food and we got everything, but we need medicine. We need this and that. You know what I'm saying? Just trying to get help from Egypt. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of our worldly family members love and they're going to miss Egypt, right? When this stuff jump off. So that's what the family members said, you know what I'm saying? So they came straight in, bust in, you know what I'm saying? The door was already unlocked, but they bust in anyways. Guns out, you know what I'm saying? Military, they had some military stuff on, which I never seen before. It didn't look like the normal like SWAT team military type uniforms. It was like some high tech stuff. Like if they was to wear, probably like get shot, they would like have a impenetrable type shield, right, over their clothing that is like a bulletproof vest but stronger, that bullets couldn't penetrate. You know, they had that, and they had these weapons. The weapons weren't normal like American weapons like AK-47 stuff. It was something upgraded on like some Halo stuff, man, like some video game stuff, man, like some futuristic stuff, man. And like you can hear it when they came in with it. Every weapon that they had, you can hear it charge over. You can hear it charging. They said, if there's any Hebrew Israelites in here right now, they better come out. We putting everybody to death. So, in the end result, what I'm bringing out is that your family members won't keep that silent about you being an Israelite. They would send you up to be persecuted and get hands laid upon you, man. So be diligent about who you telling you are Israelite, or be diligent about what your family members ask you. You know what I'm saying? To the best of ability, don't break a law, statute, commandment telling them, but also be diligent and be concerning about your situation and its truth, man. Right? So the family member that ran out the house seeking, going down to Egypt to get help, they eventually got every Hebrew Israelite in the household that we was in. We all went to a concentration camp, you know, and it was like, yeah, that's what I was saying, man. Be diligent and concerned about your situation and its truth, man. When it comes to family and friends and people of the world, man. Solanke, I accidentally pressed stop when I was trying to press pause. Solanke, forgive me for that. Okay, and as I was stating, that these Israelites who you consider your family, your friends, whatever, they are in the world. If they are in the world, they looking at you as an enemy. They're envying you. They wondering, how are you walking like this? How are you changing yourself like this? Even when you don't try to reprove, rebuke them, correct them about their heritage, they still gonna be looking at you with that evil eye, right? With that blue pill state of mind, right? So I just wanted to make this lesson that they got our names, Akim. They probably know where you live. Your family members that is not in the truth with you, they will deliver you up to be persecuted, right? And then after they came in with the weapons and stuff that was charging up, and they had these impenetrable uniforms on that a bullet couldn't penetrate, right? They took us to concentration camps, right? And in the concentration camp, I was one of the ones that they took to this whole other area where, I guess, since we was preaching the word and being very diligent on it, they had us in this whole other area, and they had the women in one area, and they had the other people in another area. You know, it was like 3 different areas within these concentration camps. The ones that was against the New World Order was together. The ones that had a slight doubt of the New World Order were together, and the ones that really didn't too much think about it, the New World Order, were together, right? So they had me over here. I guess it would be called the red list or whatever. And like I can hear it. I couldn't tell you about the screams and the moans and groans and stuff that I was hearing, man. It was like some hostile stuff. It was like I was in a movie Hostel, man. You know, doctors coming in with the same type hostile gear on, rubber gloves all the way up to their elbows. You know, mask on. And these not normal masks. These was like gas masks. They had all these tools meant for torturing, like medieval tools. These medieval tools meant for torturing devices. They had these medieval things that if you lay on, they got spikes on one side, and one side can stab you with spikes. Man, it was all type of wicked stuff, man, that I ain't never seen in my life, man. You know, they had things that keep your mouth open, so that if they wanted to pluck your teeth out. They had situations where they wanted to pull people's nails apart. It was bad, Israel. It was bad, you know. So really, just me making this vision was a testimony to let y'all know, hey, be diligent about your friends and your families that's not in this truth, man. So quote, if they earthly and let's say family members for better word, because this is mainly about family members. Be diligent, right? Be diligent. Don't break the law, statutes, commandments. Try not to tell them what's up, but at the same time, be diligent. Be wise as a serpent, and harmless as a dove. So if they want to be like, what are you? And you tell them you're an Israelite, but they don't understand it. Leave it at that, man. Don't be getting all into detail with them about what you are and what you do, who the Lord hate and all that stuff, especially if you don't already reproved and rebuked them. And just to bear in mind, Israel, these are family members that I reproved and rebuked and told them who they were according to scriptures. So just be diligent on that, man. And so as I say in this vision, they came in when the masked doctor came in. The first thing they did was instantly started to ask me to renounce the Lord, and I laughed, I laughed at them, and as soon as I laughed, they took my hand and started pulling out my fingernails, man. And then another scene, I flash over to another scene, and a lot of us like-minded brothers was headed to be beheaded, man, by guillotines. And these guillotines, they weren't even washing off. They just chopping heads off at the heads. Just boom, 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 boom. So, the dream, this vision kind of really gave me a eerie gut feeling, like, just made me sit back and be diligent about what things I said to my family members, because they don't believe in the truth. They believe in Caesar or Borgia in this system. So it made me really think, to be more diligent about the truth itself and concerning me in this truth, right? And so be more diligent, Akim, Akawath, right? So Koinayim, to be more diligent and more discreet about how we move for this truth and for the Lord, man, because it's coming into a time where this place is on its way out, and so are the beings that believe in this place. Their mind gonna go when this place go, man. When this place fall, their mind gonna go with it. So just be wary of that. To be understanding of that, and the ones that's not gonna fall out and be bugged out are the elect on this side, man. So with that, Lord willing, this is an edifying vision testimony that concentration camps are here. A lot of brothers, they got our names. A lot of family members were sent us to be persecuted, man. And I want to bring out this scripture. This is Luke 21:12. But before all these, they shall lay their hands on you and persecute you, delivering you up to synagogues and into prisons, being brought before kings and rulers for my name's sake. And it shall turn to you for a testimony, man. So this is going to be our testimony, whether we are for the Lord or not. It's going to be our affliction, right? That we're going to have to go through, that fire that we're going to have to go through if we do get sent up to be persecuted and stuff, man. Right? If we do get sent up to have that lot, man. Settle it, therefore, in your hearts, not to meditate before what ye shall say, and just all through the power and spirit of the Lord, just follow the Spirit, man. For I will give you a mouth and wisdom, which all your adversaries shall not be able to gainsay nor resist. And you shall be betrayed, this is the key word, and you shall be betrayed both by parents and brethren and kinsfolk and friends, and some of you shall they cause to be put to death, man. And in the vision, hey, us brothers, I ain't gonna say no names, but I seen brothers selling out other brothers, man. And I seen brothers that was real sincere. They was getting beheaded, man. That was our lot, man. And it's just, hey, it is what it is, man. If that's our lot, that's our lot, man. But it was really heavy, man. And it made me, I've been meaning to make this video, and I've been doing a lot of working on plantation. So sometimes it slipped my mind, but the Lord He keep giving it back to me over and over for some reason. This the third time this week that he wanted me to do a testimony video on this, man. And that's why I had to just let you brothers know, hey, look, remember, they're going to lay their hands on us and persecute us. Remember, if they are of the world, they're against us, man. Remember that if they not walking, hey, can two walk together, at least they be agreed. That's Amos 3:3. So guess what? If they part of the world, they can't walk with you in its truth. Family, friends, kinsmen, it don't matter. If we're not agreeing according to what the Lord say, you're not anything but my enemy on this side. Just remember that, Akim. And with that, call halayim la Allahana Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shah Bahashem Ha Ruach Kodash. All praise to the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God, in the name of His only begotten Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ, in the name of Holy Spirit, and double honors to the elder apostle, elder bishops of Great Millstone, still rule well, and peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Hey, man, we got to endure to the end, man. Regardless of how scary things about to get, man. With that, shalom.